Hello, guys. If you're new to the Summer Wells story, this is for you. This is a brief overview of the story without getting into a whole lot of the gossip and rumors. And following Dr. Phil, I think there's going to be a lot of people that really are interested more than there already is, because there's quite a following already about Summer Wells. Here's the story in a nutshell. Summer Wells was 5 years old, is 5 years old, and lives in Hawkins County, Tennessee. She lives way out in the country. And on the afternoon of June 15th, 2021, Summer went missing. Around 5:30 is what the dispatch reported. The dispatch reported, as they were sending officers to the location, that Summerwell's mother had went for a walk, and upon returning, Summer was gone. Okay. Now, that's not the story the parents end up giving. The parents tell that Summer, Candace, which is Summer's mother, and Grandis, which is Summer's grandmother. We call her Grandis because her name is Candace also. So Summer's mother and her grandmother are both named Candace. To keep it simple, Grandis is what we're going to refer to Grandma. They're planting flowers right outside of Grandma's camper, which is on the property of Summer and her parents. It's approximately 40 feet from the front door of the Wells home. The story is they're planting flowers in these pots. Summer's kind of, I guess, over it. She says she wants to go in the house and play with her toys. And so Candace walks Summer to the door, tells her three brothers who are home, "Watch your sister. I'll be right back." Candace goes back to Grandma's, helps Grandma adjust her knee brace. She had recently had knee surgery, and she went to help her adjust her brace. She adjusts the brace. She says no longer than 2 to 5 minutes. She comes back to the home, asks the boys, "Where's your sister?" The boys reply, "She went downstairs to play with her toys." And here we go. Candace calls out for Summer. No response. She goes downstairs. No Summer. She is, in Candace's words, just gone. Immediately, she does a quick search of the house. She calls 911. Police officers are sent. No sign of Summer anywhere. The search begins. Local law enforcement and all kinds of agencies immediately are on it. They start the search for Summer. This search is pretty in-depth. There's helicopters, forward-looking infrared to pick up heat signatures. There's ground searchers. It's really extensive. That extensive lasts for about 2 weeks. Then it's scaled down, and it's kind of they search when they have a tip. So, to make a long story short, that's basically all they really have as far as, information that we're pretty sure about. TBI's only lead that they shared with the public was there was a red Toyota Tacoma, late 90s, early 2000s, that they're interested in. They say this truck was seen in the area around the time of Summer's disappearance. It has ladder racks, ladders, buckets, and it's maroon. It should stand out. It's very distinguishable with ladder racks and, whatnot. To this day, that truck has never been located, or the driver. So we don't know. You would think they could find that truck as distinguishable as it is. You would think somebody's neighbor would be like, "Well, that's Joe's truck." Nothing. No word. Haven't found it as far as we know. TBI is really tight-lipped on what they do know, and they haven't said they found it. And the last statement, they were still asking people to look for it. Now, I'm only adding facts. During, the course of where we got to today, it was found out that Dawn has an extensive criminal background. Dr. Phil always says, he might even say this on tonight's show, past behavior is a good indicator of future behavior. And as we know with Dawn, he has a bad past, and, he's really struggling right now on drinking. He just recently got a DUI arrest, and for now he's sworn to stay off of YouTube and, get back into church. Now, when we first met Don in the beginning, you would think he was an evangelist. That's how often he would quote Bible scriptures and how his tone was. In the last couple months, we've seen a completely different side. We've seen Don do strange and peculiar stuff online on live feeds of different YouTubers. So Don has brought a lot of the scrutiny that he gets on himself. I digress. A couple interesting side notes to note it. Candace's mother, shortly after Summer disappeared, a few weeks after, she left. A lot of people thought that was odd, because people, if you follow the case, you'll find out Candace has a sister that disappeared over 10 years ago, and it's never been found. So to have two people in the same house, that's another thing that I think brings a lot of notoriety to the case. And, people seem shocked by the closeness of the disappearances. Not the closeness in time, the closeness in the family. So basically, Candace lost her sister and her daughter to both disappeared. A few weeks after Summer disappeared, her brothers were removed from the home by Department of Family Child Services. They call it something different in every state, it seems like. So I think you know what I'm referring to. There's been questions if that had something to do with Summer's disappearance or if it had to do with the living conditions at Summer's home. Throughout the time of Summer's disappearance, we've seen interviews and there's been tours of the home. The home is messy at best. The downstairs where Summer lived was filthy, disgusting. It looked like a dungeon. I'm pretty sure that's why DCF probably removed the kids. Don wanted to say it was for their safety because they're getting threats and all this. No, I do not buy that whatsoever. And those are basically the high points to what's happened, and leaving out the rumors. So I hope you find this interesting, and I hope, everybody will say a prayer for Summer and, say a prayer for her family too, because they sure need it. They're struggling, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Thank you for watching my video. If you like true crime, I suggest you subscribe. The numbers are climbing up greatly. I want to say to everybody that has subscribed, thank you so much. I try to respond to almost every comment I get, and I will continue to do so. Thank you. God bless.